General Hospital latest update. Tearful goodbyes rock Port Charles as Sasha and Daisy leave town for good, blaming Nina for their danger. Meanwhile, Curtis plots betrayal, Drew pressures Portia to frame Michael as an addict, and Jason faces impossible choices. Who will survive the fallout, and who's about to lose everything? Loved ones say goodbye to Sasha and Daisy, plus, Curtis plans to betray, spoiler. Today on General Hospital, Nina feels she's to blame for Daisy and Sasha leaving, Tracy asks a favor of Jason, and Drew enlists Portia's help to take down Michael. At the pool, Jason meets up with Danny, who just got off work. Jason lets his son know that he has to leave town for a few days and take Sasha and Daisy out of the country. Danny asks if this has to do with Daisy going missing on the 4th. Jason says that is part of it, so if he wants to say goodbye, he should do it today. Danny admits he started thinking of Daisy as his little sibling during Sasha's pregnancy, and he really likes Sasha. Jason says both Michael and Sasha agree this is the best for Daisy, even if Michael doesn't get to see Daisy again. Danny asks if that is what happened between him and his mom. Jason admits that leaving him was hard, but seeing him standing here now, it was the right thing to do. Why is Stella angry with Curtis? Stella drops by Curtis' office and has a beef with him. She asks why he is poking Sonny with that article. She says Sonny's son owns Aurora and pays his checks. Curtis assures her that Michael understands why he did what he did, but Stella doesn't. She says that story wasn't the news, it was a hit piece. This also hurts Laura, who is a friend. Now Ezra has a boost with the Measure C mess, so she wants the truth about the article. Curtis admits it wasn't his idea, and he can't tell her much more. Stella hopes he knows what he's doing. She says she is always here for him, and whatever he says, won't go any further than her. He doesn't want to involve her and assures her things will work out. He tells her how glad he is to have her in her life, and she's always around to set him straight. They embrace. Is Nina the reason Sasha and Daisy have to leave? In the Quartermain kitchen, Sasha explains to Nina that it's no longer safe for her and Daisy in Port Charles. She tells her about Daisy being targeted, and it may have to do with Sonny. She doesn't want to live with bodyguards, so they are going far away. The thought of leaving here and all of them is hard, but it's the right thing for Daisy. Nina knows they've been through a lot, and she thinks of her as a daughter. Sasha cries that she's going to miss her, and Nina says she'll miss her too. They promise to video chat. Nina asks what Sasha needs from her, but Sasha says it's all been figured out. Nina must do something as she's the reason Daisy is in danger. She feels this is her fault for outing Michael as Daisy's father at the custody hearing. Sasha says the truth would have come out at some point, and at least they are leaving while Daisy isn't old enough to remember the people they are leaving. She knows Nina was only trying to help her daughter, which she now understands given she has a daughter of her own. Sasha says they've been through a lot together. Nina tells her that if she needs anything, call her, and she'll always be here for her. Nina knows she and Daisy will have a great life. They say their "I love yous," and Nina leaves. In the sunroom, Michael tells Tracy that after the fire at Charlie's and the security breach here, Sasha is taking Daisy and leaving Port Charles, as it's not safe for them. He's also considered taking his kids and leaving with them. Tracy doesn't believe he'll go through with that, as he won't take Wiley and Amelia from Monica along with Daisy. Michael can't imagine his life without Daisy, and what if he never sees his daughter again? Tracy says Michael doesn't know he won't see his daughter again, but he's putting his child first. Daisy may never know the sacrifice he made to protect her, but others will know, including himself. That will see him through this. What does Tracy want from Jason? Jason arrives home, and Tracy says she just found out the latest price Michael is paying for being Sonny's son. Now that Sonny is Joe's grandfather, Sonny has to be thrown out of Port Charles and kept from Geo. Tracy knows Sonny once asked Jason to take Wiley and Amelia out of this house, and he refused for Monica's sake. He showed that he had limits when it came to Sunny and that he values family loyalty. That's why she has a request of him. Saying goodbye. In the kitchen, Danny tells Sasha and Daisy that he'll miss them both. She says he's been an incredible surrogate big brother and a great friend. Danny admits he was hoping she and his dad might get together for real for a while, and he thinks she's great. Sasha thinks the same of him and lets Danny hold the baby. He cries that she probably won't remember him, but he'll remember her, and he'll always be her big brother who loves her. Later, Michael finds Daisy and Sasha in the kitchen. She tells him that they just said goodbye to Nina and Danny, which was hard. She hasn't been able to get her packing done, so Michael offers to watch Daisy so she can pack. She thanks him and heads off. Michael holds his daughter and can't believe he has to say goodbye to her. What is Curtis planning? Nina stops by Curtis' office and claims she wants to help him with his media campaign against Sunny. She knows Sunny inside and out and can reveal the real truth about him. Curtis doesn't think this is a good idea, and he suspects this is Drew's doing. She says Drew is a thorn in her side, but someone else got to her. Curtis knows about how the Jacinda plan backfired. She's sorry if she got Portia in trouble with Drew, but he says Portia made her own problems. However, everything goes back to Drew, and they have to come up with a way to disarm him as soon as possible. What is Drew planning to do to Michael? At the hospital, Drew promises Willow that they will give Michael a taste of his own medicine and beat him at his own game. Drew says Michael painted her as an unfit mother, so they'll make Michael look incompetent, weak, and a danger to his children. She asks what he's planning, but he doesn't want to say much. All Drew says is that they'll use Michael's past against him. He believes he's onto something and won't stop until they are a family again. They embrace. Elsewhere, Kai asks to speak with Portia. They head into her office, and he says he's sorry that the choice he made has caused her so much trouble. Portia asks if he's saying he wishes he hadn't betrayed her and Curtis to Drew. Kai doesn't regret what he told Drew, as his daughter and Willow could have gotten caught in the fallout. She says he made a promise to Trina and broke it, and he took that spark in her smile and eyes away from her again. It was gone for so long, and while she knows Trina will get it back, she can't forgive him for hurting her daughter. Kai thinks he should go. Portia admits he was good for Trina, but that ended when he fell on his sword for someone who wouldn't do that for him. Suddenly, Drew shows up to see Portia. Kai heads out, and Drew asks why Kai was here. She says it was about him, and Kai's another one of his victims. Kai's lost Trina due to his loyalty to Drew, and soon will eventually see him for who he is. Portia asks Drew what he wants now. He wants her to help him take down Michael. She doesn't know what Michael has to do with her. He says Michael still comes here for blood work for his burn treatments, and he needs her to make it look like Michael is an opioid addict, which started due to the pain he was in from his burns. She realizes this is so he can take Michael's kids away. Portia states she has her limits and won't do it. He says she'll come around, unless she wants to kiss her life and career goodbye. He walks out. Later, Willow catches Isaiah on the phone discussing how much it will cost to renovate Lucky's cabin. He explains to her that Lucky's cabin is turning into a money pit and needs a complete overhaul. Willow says he could always sell it, but Isaiah doesn't want to, as Lucky trusted it to him. He's going to redo the cabin as an escape from the city. He says maybe he'll have kids of his own to pass it down to, like Luke did to Lucky. Isaiah realizes his comment was insensitive and asks how the custody fight is going. She says nothing is happening, though she and Drew are getting married at the end of the month. Her mom is making sure it will be a great day. She just wishes her kids could be there. Kai runs into Stella, and she asks if he and Trina want to have dinner with her at the surf lodge. He confesses that they broke up, which Stella is sorry to hear. He admits he broke Trina's trust, and Stella says that will be hard to come back from knowing her Trina. In the show's final moments. At the Quartermain residence, Tracy knows she can't dissuade Jason's loyalty to Sunny, and Michael is taking Daisy out of Port Charles to protect her. So, allow her to protect her family and not stand in the way of her efforts to get Sunny out of Port Charles. At the hospital, Kai tells Stella he lost Trina by standing up for his principles. She understands and recounts walking away from a suitor and life with him for her sister and her kids. For her, it was worth it, but she wonders if his decision was worth it for him. In her office, Portia has a complete breakdown and smashes her medical diploma and screams. At Aurora, Nina tells Curtis that if she knew how to disarm Drew, she would. Now she has to publicly come out against Sunny, and he'll hate her all over again. Curtis recounts Nina admitting that she was sleeping with Drew. He says sometimes they have to betray a friend, and it doesn't feel good, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Back at the hospital, Drew tells Willow that his plan is in motion, and they may have her kids back before the wedding. They gave Michael every opportunity to compromise, but he wouldn't, so this will hurt him significantly. At the Q's, Michael tells Daisy that tomorrow she's going on a long trip with Mommy. If he could, he'd go with her. He thinks she won't even remember this place or likely even him. He says that might be for the best, so she won't miss him like he will miss her. Sasha watches and listens from the doorway. On the next General Hospital, Felicia tells someone to drop this. Anna asks a favor of someone. Dalton tells Joss that the exciting work will start soon. Lulu tells Dante what to do in order to have a chance to get Gio back. Rocco meets with someone and is glad they came. Sunny asks someone, "Why did you lie to the press about me?" Sasha's on a plane with Jason, and she asks if he ever stops to think about what he wants. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.